Good morning, all my beautiful souls. This is Noelle with Queen of Wand Life Coaching, using divination tools to provide messages from Spirit to help you, to guide you to live your best life. This is a timeless reading. Anytime you stumble upon it, if it resonates, then the message is for you. If only part of it resonates, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If it doesn't resonate, negative comments aren't required. Just move on to another reading. Follow your intuition. Feel like this message is meant for you. It's meant for you. Okay, what does Spirit want us to work on today? What messages does Spirit have for today to focus on? Ooh. One more. What do we need to work on to get us closer to leading our best life? What do we need to focus on? I guess that's it. Call to action and phases and cycles. So, this is the first card that popped out. Let's see, Freya, phases and cycles. There's a beginning with every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. Yeah, you see the moon behind her represents illusions, and the raven in her ear. So they're saying that something in your life that you thought was something significant turns out it's something else. It's not what it seemed. Maybe a relationship or a career that you thought was, the final one for you. And it turns out that this was only meant to teach you lessons. And even though this is ending, it's not something to be upset about. Look at the lesson for what it is. Acknowledge the lesson, be grateful for it, and then start a new beginning. With every ending, there's a new beginning. This is true. Sometimes things come to an end and it's upsetting. If we thought that's what we wanted, whether it's a job or a relationship, if you were with somebody and you thought they were the one, or you had a career and you thought this is the job for me, and then it turns out it wasn't what it seemed, and you get really disappointed, that's okay. With every ending, there's a new beginning. There's something better out there, like they say, where a door shuts, a window opens. And Spirit now is asking you to take action. Call to action. Take charge. Lead by example. Walk your talk. So you're talking about doing something great. They want you to start working on it. Stop crying over what didn't go right. And put your money where your mouth is. You can't keep talking about all the great things you're going to do and then never take action to do it. Let me see what the book says about these two. There's Freya. Freya, which means lady, is the Norse goddess of moon and love. She's the twin flame of Odin and a warrior goddess who offers deep spiritual and physical protection to those who call on her. She will stand before you with her shield and spear, keeping you safe from harm. She works closely with moon energy and helps us recognize that our life is a cycle that is always changing. She herself is the maiden, the mother, and the crone aspect of all women, and guides them to see the wisdom these cycles bring. We all go through phases and cycles of growth, and Freya is the energy that supports this. She has a raven spirit totem, which is said to represent her capacity to travel between heaven and earth. A phase of your life may be coming to an end, but it's important to acknowledge it's not the end. When one door closes, another opens. You may have been desperate for change, but now that it's here, you could feel vulnerable. Know that the mighty goddess Freya will guide you. Illusions are now being revealed so that you can leave behind anything that is false. Step into your peaceful warrior-like energy and welcome the changes you deserve. Tie up all the loose ends and take heart. This is an exciting time. Yeah, so when you're comfortable in something like a relationship or a job, and you think that that's it, that's what you wanted, and then it doesn't turn out to be what your hopes and expectations were is really disappointing. And then it's time to move on to something else. And that's scary. Even though you sat there, like you could have been in a relationship for a long time, going back and forth, trying to work things out, and it's not working out, and you don't like the way it feels to be in the relationship, but you so desperately want it to be the relationship. Like they talk about twin flames, Freya being a twin flame. So I feel like you thought this was a twin flame relationship, and then it didn't go as planned. And now it's scary moving forward, because maybe with this person you had goals and dreams together, and now you kind of find yourself alone and not happy with the way the relationship went, but scared to move on. You know, you're never going to have anything better in your life if you don't take that leap of faith and move on. Sometimes you just got to take the lessons and leave things behind. And that's okay. And it's okay to feel sad, you know, but if you had a relationship with a person, cherish the good memories that you have, recognize what didn't work in the relationship, and know that maybe even though this was a good person that you love dearly, it's not the person for you. So it's time for you to move on. And I've talked about in other videos, working on yourself. Fill your own cup before you can share it with somebody else. And that's call to action. Spirit is asking you to make a call to action, something that you were going to do for yourself that you've been talking about for a very long time, that you haven't done. And now's the time to do it, right? You're single, you've got all this free time. Stop focusing on the relationship that wasn't working and start focusing on working on yourself and your dreams and making your dreams come true. Put your money where your mouth is. Stop talking about what you're going to do and go out there and fucking do it. All right? Let's see, what cards do they want me to grab for? Oh, we're going to do the Akashic Record cards. I'm looking at those cards and I'm thinking, they look like they were a nice couple. But now this guy's by himself. Just the masculine energy. And if you look at him, like, under that suit, he looks like he's a strong person. Spirit's pointing out, you're strong. You've got the whole universe behind you, backing you up. You got this. You can do it. So while you're afraid, change is scary, because it's easier to stay in something you know, even if it's something unhappy, rather than jump into the unknown where you don't know what's going to happen. But if you're unhappy and you want to be happy and you've been working really hard in the known that you're in and it's just not working, then you're never going to be happy if you don't jump out of that and into something else, right? Got to take that leap of faith. Spirit can't catch you until you jump first. Got to take that jump. All right, what other messages do we have for this? Well, these came upside down, like that. Oh, I didn't realize there were 3 here. Okay. All right, the Queen of Scrolls. Let me see, scrolls in this deck. I always want to say, because they're communication, that they're swords. Well, let's read what she says. This is a much different deck, and I don't know. It's not like the traditional tarot, so I have to read. Where's the scrolls? Keys. Oh my goodness, forces. Roses. Where's the scrolls? Oh, here we go. All right. In the reverse. Sometimes this card reverse shows some sort of separation with an intellectual female who has strong communication skills who works in a marketing. Yeah, that's what I felt like. Like you're a male or masculine energy and you've been separated from this female. So this female that you're separated from is an intellectual, strong communication skills. Could be a friend, family member, spouse, co-worker. Separation could be due to distance, disruption, a breakup, or even divorce. Whatever the cause, let it go. Isn't that what I said? This card reverse could indicate some significant problems with or for this person as well. I don't feel like it's about this person. This is about you, because then the Oracle of Delphi, that meaning you're the Oracle, listening to Spirit, it's upside down. You're not listening. You know, you're separated from this person. Spirit's trying to talk to you, and you're not listening. What Spirit's trying to tell you is you're not stuck. Like you feel stuck. See this card of feeling stuck? There's like a cage there, you know, the jail door and the brick walls. But if you notice, there's no ceiling. All you have to do is look up and climb out. You got rocks right there you can climb on. So it's up to you to get out. You're not stuck. It's just the illusion of being stuck. And see, it's a man. Oh, I really need to get a new stand. A man looking at a woman, they're feeling stuck together. And I feel like these two don't belong together. You need to get up and climb out and go your own ways. That's what it is. Yep, okay. Divine Physician, healing. You need healing. Winged messenger, Spirit's trying to show you some signs. This is like the Two of Cups. Actually, Two of Cups, your higher self. It's your higher self trying to give you signs. They need you to go within and prepare. The Buddha prepares. Look at him meditating, going within, connecting with their higher self. You need to connect with your higher self and pay attention to your intuition, what your higher self is telling you. There's healing to be had with meditating and connecting with your higher self. You know, you have your spirit guides, your higher self, that divine being that came down into this human experience that's there. You just don't have the memories of the experiences of your soul. And that's for a reason. If you knew everything that your soul knew, you wouldn't be able to learn new experiences. It would be way too easy. So what they're telling you is to meditate, get in touch with your higher self, and ask your higher self for guidance. But you need to leave this relationship, this person that you're separated from in the past, and move forward with yourself. You need to work on yourself. Now, if it's a twin flame connection and you both want to work on it, you both have to be willing to do the work. Twin flame connections are hard because they push you to really work on the parts of yourselves that you don't want to see. King of Roses, love yourself. Look at that beautiful garden with the roses. Love yourself. Get your emotions under control. That's the King of Cups. Get your emotions under control. Learn to love yourself. Setting your course. Love yourself and see the rainbow. Taste the rainbow. Look at that rainbow back there. Look at them looking far into the future. And look at these guys looking at a map. They're planning their course. Set your course. What's important in your life? What do you want to achieve? You know, don't just focus on one thing. Don't get caught up in a relationship and lose yourself because of the relationship. What do you want in life? Outside of a relationship, stop focusing on the physical and needing a partner. You don't need a partner. You're a strong person. Look at this guy. This guy is really strong. Look at that form under that tight whatever spacesuit he's got on. Well, that's funny. I've never seen this before. There's like two rings on wings conjoined, like almost representing marriage, a wing and a prayer. I don't know what that is. Maybe your higher self with your human self combined. Yeah, on the heart, love yourself. Love yourself. You're strong. You can do this. Whatever you want to accomplish in your life, what you see your weaknesses are and what your dreams are, like do the shadow work on your weaknesses. If you need confidence, build your confidence. Know that you can do this by yourself. You don't need a partner by your side. You don't need somebody to carry you to be able to be successful. You can be successful in your own right. And when you elevate yourself and raise your vibration, you're going to attract that partner that you want. With twin flame connections, often one does the work and one doesn't, and the one feels like they get left behind. And, if you're not vibrating on the same level, it's not going to feel good to be together. So if you want to be together, you need to do the work, raise your vibration, work on your confidence, work on your own success. What's important to you? Set your course. Actually get out there and write down in a journal, start journaling, meditate and journal about what you see for yourself. Like look 5 or 10 years ahead. Do a meditation, look 5 or 10 years ahead like this guy is looking. And think about, in 5 years' time, this is where I want to be. In 10 years' time, this is where I want to be. And don't just say, I want to be rich. Everybody always wants to be rich. When you do something you love and you raise your vibration, money follows higher vibrations. Money is a high vibrational thing. And so the exchange of money for things is based on people determining what that thing is worth to them. So if you're doing something you love and providing a service and you're vibrating at a high level, people are going to see that, people are going to want that, and people are going to be willing to exchange an equal energy for that, and that energy is money. Okay, so don't just go out there and say, I want to be rich. Just go out there and do what you love that provides a service to other people that helps lift them up and make them happy, and they are going to repay you with the high vibrational energy of money. That's how it works. Okay, let's get one more card from this deck. So working on yourself and what's important to you as far as what you like to do, what makes your heart sing, makes you happy. Like I got an old friend from high school. He loves to run. He was always a runner, loves to run, long distance running. You know what he did? He opened up a race organization where he organizes foot races, running races. He does 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons, full marathons. Every year he does a half marathon, a marathon to raise money for the local hospice that's run all on contributions. The treasure in the garden. 2 of keys, 5 of roses. So, this guy is got stuff spilt all over the room. It kind of looks like it's in disarray. But what he doesn't see is he's got a whole treasure chest full of treasures there. All he has to do is open that lid and grab them. So everything you need, Spirit's saying everything you need is within you. There's nothing outside of you that you need. Everything you need is within, in your little treasure chest. The things that you've been saving and packing away. Thoughts, ideas, emotions. You've got everything you need to be successful. 5 of roses, it's like the 5 of cups, but roses represent cups, emotions. 5 of cups is, when you're feeling that all your cups are empty, you're not seeing that one right in front of you. But this actually looks more happy than that. It's almost like going back to childhood when you were happy, playing in the yard, you didn't have a care in the world. And she has a magnifying glass focused on a butterfly that's on a flower. So that's what they want you to do. Go back to that childlike spirit of awe and wonder and start new with that childlike feeling. Maybe you had a bad childhood. It wasn't the childhood that you dreamed of. Maybe you look at other people who had a better childhood. But, despite things that may have happened in your childhood, remember what it was like to be a child with, not with just that imagination. You had that imagination and the wonder and the creativity and like, ooh, I'm going to do this. Ooh, I'm going to do that. Like building a fort, going playing games with your friends. Get excited like a child and start new with eyes of a child, like looking at the world through eyes of a child. Okay? That's what they want you to do. Got this deck over here they were calling me to. Any more words that we can give the collective? Going through a breakup, feeling sad, feeling scared about the future. Get excited about the future. I love change. Change brings new, wonderful things. I mean, if you're super comfortable in your life and everything is good, that's good. Change might come about, but if it's always the same, it's boring. At least I find it's boring. Don't you get bored if everything's always the same? Great, you have a great life. You got all the money in the world. You got a great job. You got a great relationship. You got great kids, with a great family. They don't want me to mix anymore. But interesting. Huh. That is really interesting that this card was stuck in here. It must have been from a previous read. I didn't separate all the cards. And it got stuck in there, and I split the deck with that right in the middle. Hope, love, and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choosing loving thoughts. This is a lotus flower. Oh, look at the sunshine. I'm seeing a lot of orange and yellows, so they want you to work on your sacral and solar plexus chakras. You have blockages there. Look on YouTube. There's lots of meditation videos you can work on unblocking the chakras. Meditative Mind is one of my favorite channels, and they've got a 30-day unblocking the chakra challenge. If you go to their playlist and scroll down, it was from a while ago, but you'll find a 30-day meditation challenge for unblocking the chakras. It's really good. Work from the base and work up. It's a flow of energy, like a current, an electric current. If there's a snaggle anywhere, energy is not going to flow through. So start from the root, which is your base, which grounds you into the earth and makes you feel secure, and then work up from there. So lotus flower grows at the bottom of a muddy pond, right? Kind of like a koi fish born at the bottom of a pond, and it has to work its way up to the sun. When it finally gets there and it opens up and blooms, it's one of the most beautiful flowers. And that's like your life journey. You might feel like you're starting down in the mud. Everything's dark and dreary, and you're just fighting your way to the top, trying to find the light. This is a different go into the light. So you're working your way up in that muddy pond, and you're working your way through, and you're going to break the surface. They want you to know you're going to break the surface. Have hope. Love yourself, accept yourself, and your divine worth for what you are. There's not one person on this planet that's more important than another. We're just at different stages of our journey. We're all equally important. And that's what they want you to know. Okay? Love and acceptance. Things didn't work out. That doesn't mean you're not good enough. That means you're just not the right person right now. But you may be the perfect person for somebody else. But don't jump from one relationship to another. Bad idea. How many people do that? Raise hands. How many people get out of a relationship and immediately start looking for another one? Don't do that. Don't look for love from somebody else, or get into a relationship where it's just all about sex and you equate sex with love. That's a bad idea. Have respect for yourself. Oh, why are my cards bending? Have respect for yourself. There's a reason why they tell you not to have sex before you get married. Physical attraction is one thing. Love and a mental and spiritual connection is another. And that's what a lasting relationship is made of, that spiritual, emotional connection. At the end of the day, when parts don't work and you can't have sex anymore, and it's not exciting, and you're sitting in a rocking chair, you need somebody sitting in a rocking chair next to you that can occupy your mind, that can entertain your mind, that can, like a cerebral relationship, right? So that life can remain exciting even after the physical is gone. And you might be in a relationship with somebody where they check all the boxes, but then the sexual part is a little disappointing. That comes with time. You can work on that. When you figure out each other's needs and what makes your partner happy, that comes with time. You can work on that. So don't jump into bed with somebody or get into a relationship just to feel loved or feel wanted. That's the wrong kind of love and want. All right, Spirit, what other messages do you have for our collective today? All right, divine guidance, Archangel Sandalphon. The search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. Always good to have a mentor. Searching for the meaning in life. Maybe you feel lost without your partner and life has no meaning. I know a few years ago when I broke off a long-term relationship, it was sad. It was sad because I knew the relationship wasn't working and I wasn't feeling fulfilled in this relationship, even though it was a great guy. But, we had dreams and goals together. At least I had dreams and goals for us. I think his were different. So that's why it didn't work out. But I felt like life had no meaning for a long time. I wandered around trying to find the meaning in life. And then it came as an aha moment that nobody can teach you. You kind of got to get to by yourself. But ask Archangel Sandalphon for help when you meditate. And consider a different approach to life. If you've been approaching life in a way where you think the only meaningful life is one with a partner, like I've been saying, consider an alternative. Consider that you can find meaning in what you do for yourself and in loving yourself. I found that loving myself has made me very, very happy. And for a partner to come into my life, they're going to have to be somebody super spectacular that really adds to my already wonderful life. There's nobody that I'm going to settle for that's going to come in and drag me down, when you're vibrating at such a high energy. And that's not being snobbish. That's just, I know what I want. I've gotten to the point where I know what I want and I'm not settling for less because I'm so happy by myself. To settle for less would make me unhappy. So that's what you need to do, is consider an alternative approach. Consider making yourself happy and complete yourself instead of looking for somebody to complete you. Surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. Find your tribe. Find your tribe. If you're feeling like rejected because the relationship didn't work out, it's not that you were rejected. There's nothing wrong with you. Again, I'll say it. There's nothing wrong with you. It just wasn't the right person for you. Or it was the right person and not the right time. So surround yourself by like-minded people. Find your tribe of people that think like you, that have goals and dreams like you. Find somebody that's on a path that you want to be on that might just be a few steps ahead of you, and find some guidance from them. And always listen to what people have to say and understand what they're saying and understand the lessons in what they're saying, but then feel in your gut what's right for you and make your own decision. Don't ask people what decision you need to make. Listen to their lessons. What did they learn? And then apply it to yourself. What lesson can you learn from that to make your life easier? Because, somebody's been on the same path as you, walking the same path, doing what you're doing, and they might have had a lot of stumbling blocks, and they might be able to tell you how to get around these blocks to save you a little bit of time and pain in what you're doing. So do that. They want you to find your tribe and find happiness and the warmth and love in friendships instead of a romantic relationship. All right, and then the rest will follow. When you do what you love, you'll find that person that jives with you and your goals and dreams, and you'll be happy. And you'll find it when you're not looking for it. Don't go out looking for it. If you got to get off the couch. You can't sit on the couch watching TV every day. You're not going to find your person. You're not going to find your tribe. Get out and do things that you love, even if it's by yourself. People hate to go out by themselves to do things. I don't mind. I go out and do things all the time by myself, and I always find somebody interesting to talk to. So even if you're an introvert and it's hard, you're going to find some other introvert out there that's feeling a little uncomfortable like you, and that's going to be one of your tribe people. You're going to be looking at each other like, I want to talk to you, but I don't know how because I'm an introvert, and they're going to be the same way. And slowly you're going to kind of start a conversation and realize that you have a lot in common, and you're going to hit it off, and now you're going to have a buddy to go do things with. All right, but you got to get off the couch to do it. You're not going to find your person. You're not going to find your tribe. You're not going to find, your friends. And family, your chosen family is the best family. You born into a family, you don't have any choice, right? There's no choice when you're born into a family. That's just your family. And while you're maybe blood related, that doesn't mean anything if you have nothing in common. Like me and my siblings, we love each other, but there's a lot we don't have in common. Some things we do, but there's a lot we don't. And not that they're not good people, but if I was going to choose a family, there's other people I would choose that are more like me, that lift me up. My family always lifts me up. They're always supportive, but it's different when you have that chosen family, that tribe, the people that you bond with at a soul level. You know, your soul family. These are my shaman cards. They don't really jibe with these cards, but there's one thing left to say. All right. It's the same thing. We got the lotus flower again and the dragonfly. The dragonfly represents transformation. And the lotus, like I said, starts at the bottom of the muddy pond and works its way up. And when it gets to the top, it transforms into this beautiful flower. So this is about transformation. The curse, we got 2 4s here, 4 4. And 4 plus 1 is 5. 5, 5, 5, 5. 5s are about change. The curse, I need to read this because I'm not sure. It's like there's a hand print over the mouth here. Like you feel silenced. Oh, where's my shaman book? Let's look up number 14, the curse. The essence of this card. The curse refers to limiting stories of our ancestors and the karma from former lifetimes that preordains the events of our lives. It is the source of negative patterns, and it can show up as a disease, a destructive force, or a blockage on our creative energy. The curse holds us hostage to a false story that we confuse for reality. Recognizing the original wound that is playing out in our life can heal it. The invitation. This is upright, so it's an invitation. It's time to recognize the source of your limitations. Did your grandparents live with a mindset of scarcity? Did you inherit genes for heart disease? Were you a slave or a master in a past life? This karmic legacy is ready and waiting to be seen, to be untangled, to be released. Honor the players and their stories. Forgive everyone and everything. Craft a new life course for yourself. So scarcity is what stood out. Living with a mindset of scarcity. The household that you were raised in, whether you're a foster child, adopted, or, you know, born into a regular blood-related family, there's some generational karma that you're cursed with. And scarcity stuck out when I was reading this, and this hand, like the inability to communicate. I feel like not communicating your wants and needs is part of your curse. Not being able to speak up for yourself. So a scarcity mindset where you feel like you're not deserving, everybody else gets it but not me, and not being able to speak up for yourself. You just have to communicate what you need. Ask Spirit for guidance and help. Spirit won't intervene. We have free will, and they will not intervene unless you ask for help. So in your meditation, ask Spirit for guidance and help. Ask your higher self for guidance and help. Break your generational curse. That's been a karmic curse in your family for generations, and that is the inability to speak up for yourself, and the mindset of scarcity, that you feel like you're not deserving like everybody else. You are. You have, and there's a lot to go around in this world. You can manifest. Just because there's a billion billionaires out there doesn't mean you can't be a billionaire too. There's still plenty to go around. So break that curse. Start speaking up for yourself. Start voicing what you want. Communicate to people. If you don't go and ask for it, you can't get it, right? Like, for example, I went to the restaurant with some family that's visiting from out of town yesterday, and they ordered something, and what they ordered and what came was 2 different things. And they were super disappointed. And I said, well, tell the waiter that that's not what you wanted. You have to tell them what you wanted. They made a mistake. You have to tell them. But this family member didn't feel confident enough to speak up, and they need to learn. So I wasn't going to speak up for them. They need to learn that if you want to get out of life what you ask for, you have to communicate. If you ask for something, it's not what you want, you have to speak up for yourself and say, no, that's not what I want. I need this, right? So break that curse of not being able to ask for what you want. And know that you're in the middle of a transformation, and it's going to end beautifully. It's going to end beautifully. You're going to be soaring. You're going to find the break through the surface of the water into the light, and you're transforming. So keep doing the work. What you're doing right now, keep doing it, and meditate and ask your higher self for guidance in what else you need to do and work on yourself. Keep a journal. Keep a journal of things you love. Good homework. Do a meditation and make a journal. Quiet your mind for a while and really think about, what parts of me do I love and what parts of me do I not love so much that I think I need work on, and write those down. Write down everything you love about yourself. Everybody's got good attributes. No matter how small it is, it's an attribute. And it might be something that somebody else doesn't have. So be proud of your good points. And then write down the things that you don't like about yourself that you want to work on. And then after you've written a bunch of things down, and don't be too hard on yourself, make sure you have a positive for every negative. Don't like list 10 things that you hate about yourself and only one thing that you like. Be a little stuck up about yourself, like, yeah, like I'm an awesome golf player and people don't play as good as I do, or like I'm an awesome artist, I make great paintings, whatever you're good at. Play yourself up, right? But then those things like, I get really anxious in crowds. Like if I go to parties, I tend to be a wallflower and don't talk, and I watch everybody else having fun and wish I could be out there having fun, but I don't have the confidence to just take a step away from the wall and talk to people. Think about what you could do to step out of your comfort zone to work on those things. All right, love and light, people. Have a great day. Love you, bye.